Watch the Mysteries of Existence channel for divine enlightenment. To know more about yourself, the physical and subtle aspects of the universe, and the source of all that is.
This is a message brought to you by the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Uzorma, author, Archbishop, University Chancellor, scholar in extraterrestrial research, professor of Christian education at St. Thomas-A-Backet University, England, recipient of Nelson Mandela Excellent Leadership Award in Africa, former living Grand Master in the Order of Terrestrial and Astral hierarchy, amongst others.
Dear listeners, this is the interlude session 31 in this Mysteries of Existence channel, titled, Life After Death Experiences, Part 18. It is a great exposition of the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Uzorma, for every human on earth, which is read here as follows. Children of men, we have long been admonished to refrain from undue attachment to the material things of the earth world. Putting the mind and senses deeply into the material things of the earth world is extremely disadvantageous for anyone in the journey of life. Always hankering, with ferocious attachment, for the possession of silver and gold, houses, cars, money, men, and women, amongst other mundane things, will delay your journey even in the hereafter. This consciousness subjugates the earthman in the scale of existence. At various degrees, it causes the wandering of a departed one in the wilderness of death. The great Lord Jesus the Christ spoke against this consciousness of attachment to the mundane things. The masterminds of the ages and the wise men of the East did same. All the manifested aspects of the Lord at variegated divine levels, including Lord Buddha, Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Vamana, amongst others, spoke against material attachments. Unto this day, the Lord is still speaking against it. Upholding this divine admonition is for your own good in the journey of life. The great ones above, who gave us this admonition, know far ahead of us in the scale of existence. The earthman must listen to the high beings of heaven when they speak in the world of man. It is said that, a wise man learns by hearing, but the foolish man learns by experience. Some of those who passed away via death, who are now situated in the realms beyond, may be passing through some strange experiences. To such individuals, however, we lie when we say that they have gone to rest in peace. During their physical lives, these individuals never believed that such experiences could occur to them in the afterlife encounters. And as the adage goes, it is too late to cry when the head is off. Your current physical existence on earth should be properly utilized to avoid such things in the hereafter. It is said that, one should look for the black goat in the daytime, because when the darkness of night comes, the black goat is difficult to find. If you attach yourself unduly to the material things of the earth world, in the course of your earthly existence, this attachment will cause you to be reverted to the cycle of wandering around in the hereafter. The configuration for this wandering, the setting thereof in the realms beyond, is akin to the physical realm just discarded after death. In certain divine terms, it is sub-physical system of reality, a replica of the physical world wherein one lived before death. In this terms then, the wandering and the environment wherein it is enacted, are the projections of the consciousness of a departed one. Outside the framework of the projections of consciousness, by a departed one in this connection, wandering in the wilderness of death wouldn't occur in the first place. As already mentioned in our previous materials, the wandering of the departed ones occurs at different degrees. This is based on the degree of attachment to the material things during one's physical existence. The main problem, therefore, is the attachment, and not the environment of the hereafter in which the wandering occurs. There are different alterations in such environments, including the experiences involved, but all such alterations are situated on the projections of consciousness. Your consciousness is the determining factor and not otherwise. Even in your current earth life, your consciousness is the determining factors of your experiences. This is the responsibility that some of us shy away from. After death, this responsibility is so obvious and glaring that no one escapes it. And when the great Lord Jesus the Christ said, "Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also," that is the summary of the projections of consciousness, here and hereafter. Earthman, always endeavor to use your consciousness to upgrade yourself in the scale of existence. You have possibly heard about the heavenly realms of existence. You and you alone can work to achieve such dimensions of realities in the scale of being. Endeavor not to use your consciousness to descend into the cycle of unwanted things, namely, the pit of hell. Wandering around for long in the realms beyond, brought about by intense emotional attachment to the material things of the earth life, is an unpleasant experience in the hereafter. It is hellish. You have heard about hell. Wandering around for long, within the sub-physical chambers of the wilderness of death, is nothing but a portion in the hellish experiences. Those who wander around in the wilderness of death, who are situated in the mode of darkness and wickedness, are in a big hell of trouble. And unto them, it will be so for long. Those who wander around after death, but with some higher elements of goodness during the discarded earth life, are quickly salvaged from the wandering experience. Earthman, do good to others with the little power, material possessions and authority that you have, in the course of your earthly existence. When you practice wickedness, and when you kill and maim your fellow earthmen, because of your so-called current position of strength, do you know what awaits you in the hereafter? Spiritual blindness is our main problem. Those who act in the aforementioned manner of wicked practices are considered to be the most foolish humans amongst the children of men. They think that the little power, which they have now, will still accompany them into the realms beyond, in the life after death experiences. But here, they lie to themselves. In their wandering states of the hereafter, in the course of retribution, they are brought face to face with unimaginable predicaments. They are finally caused by the monitors to descend into the hellish regions, for the purpose of reformation. The procedures for this reformation in the hellish regions, at diverse stages of consciousness, are extremely unpleasant, painful, and disadvantageous. Wandering around in the wilderness of death by a departed wicked-minded earthman has diverse aspects of experiences. The emotional propensities inherent in one's wickedness, immediately after death, come directly under the subtle configuration of the monitors. Intense emotional energy transformations are involved here, as related to the psychic openings of a departed one. I will come to this point in the next session. Overall, the wicked-minded departed one will learn a first-hand lesson about his immediate past wickedness against the sons and daughters of men. This lesson is a conclusion arising from what he will undergo in the course of the wandering experience. At first, he wouldn't know that it was a lesson taught by the monitors, but at last, he would be guided to know. In the course of time, especially after experiences in the hellish regions, one may or may not turn out to become a better creature in the scale of existence. Nevertheless, the first lesson must be learned before one finally descends into the cycle of the hellish regions, both for chastisement and necessary reformation. In certain divine terms, this lesson is transposed into the subjectivity of ambiguity to the consciousness and recognition of a departed wicked-minded one. Now, it is not so simple and easy to describe what occurs here. For instance, the earthly wickedness of a departed wicked-minded one could coalesce into the ethereal tentacles of the monitors. Within the subjective configuration of the monitors, however, the wickedness of a departed wicked-minded one could then take the form of a dangerous monster. The form of Mephistopheles, fearsome beast, or any extremely fearful element could be used. Whatever fearful thing that thus appears is the consummate symbolic camouflage representation of the wickedness, which the wicked-minded departed one enacted on the physical realm of earth. If it was a monster that comes forth, it will engage in a fearsome battle with the departed one. Whatever that appears in this connection will do likewise. This battle could last for long. Nothing less than 13 years will be involved here. This battle could take 50 years or even 100 years and more. I am speaking here within the relative consideration of time, as known to the children of men. This is regardless of a proclamation made on earth that the individual involved has gone to rest in peace. The outcome of this battle is needed and equally necessary for the lessons to be learned by the wicked-minded departed one. The outcome of this battle then, including the lessons learned, will subsequently be transposed into a concrete material for another kind of existence. In certain divine terms, the outcome of this battle is a projection of consciousness into what will later occur in the scale of existence. For different specific aspects are involved concerning the overall outcome of the sub-physical battle. Out of these 4 different aspects, one aspect will finally prevail in the aforementioned lessons to a particular individual. I will equally discuss this in the next session. Now, in the course of this battle, the monitors will be watching secretly to observe the outcome. That will be all for now. A word is enough for the wise. Peace and blessings.